Why did they not do this all along? We can also excuse the tardiness of this regime. That's what we see every time. Secondly, you want us to reconvene, and we're saying to you, fine, we will reconvene, but when these processes have been finished. And I can just give you from the newspapers today why we needed to do all that. Just imagine there was a 46 billion naira difference between what the president sent and what INEC sent.
INEC was very clear. I mean, the INEC chairman, just a moment, yes, Senator. Okay, yes. I think it's very important to say very clearly what the INEC chairman said, because I think, you know, our cameras were there and they tracked him very clearly. He said there was no disparity between what the presidency sent and what INEC is saying. That what has happened is that there is just a division. A part of it was submitted, I think, in the 2018 budget, and another part was supposed to be for the 2019 budget.
Okay, so what we're doing... Well, just a minute. Yes. You're a senator. You're sitting there, and you have the president's letter with a different number, and you have the INEC submission with a different number. The first question you ask is, why is there this disparity? It is the job of the INEC chairman to now do this clarification that you have said. But would there have been any clarification if there was no meeting? Would there have been any clarification if we had the whole of us sitting in a joint session to now look at that? Will we sit in a joint session with the INEC chairman?
Distinguished.
So you see the problem why there is need for us to go through processes. Let me say this,
before you say,
you need to know this.
Oh, so sorry, distinguished. Before you say what you want to say, I think it's very important to clarify that no one is faulting what it is that the joint statement has said. The question is, why didn't this joint statement come when the clamoring for, you know, resumption, reconvening of NASS, you know, come up first?
So I can explain that very, very easily. Our procedures are known to each one of us who is a member of parliament, how we do our business. Now, when a narrative goes out to the public that we are not doing our business in the way it's supposed to be done, we now have a responsibility to tell the public, hey, this is how we do this business. But they're telling us that, oh, we needed to have told people. No, that is not right. It is because of the narrative.
The clamoring came from within the National Assembly
itself. It didn't come from the National Assembly itself. The clamoring came from APC outside, shouting that we have refused, and even mentioning things like treason.
Just a moment. We still have on tape the Senate leader, Ahmed Lawan, asking and pleading for the National Assembly to reconvene. Didn't he know the process?
Of course, he knows the process.
So what was he asking for?
So that is a question that the Senate leader will have to answer, not me for him. He has been in the National Assembly since '99. So he knows
we had the deputy
process.
We had the deputy speaker meet with Femi Gbajabiamila and a lot of, you know, members of the lower house, calling a meeting and saying that indeed the National Assembly will resume the following week. Was this what he meant, or did he mean that, you know, they were going to go into plenary?
No, what he meant was that we're going to start these processes, which processes have already started.
Okay, how long do you think it's going to take now before the National Assembly eventually
I'm not a member of either of those committees.
But, I mean, you're a member of the National Assembly.
Well, I don't know how long the
INEC
committee met yesterday. They couldn't resolve all the issues, and they said they were still meeting again today.
But distinguished, don't you see why Nigerians are concerned that presiding officers of the National Assembly are essentially puppeteering committees, the timing of these committee meetings to suit whatever political purposes they may or may not have?
Ajiri, I take exception to what you said. When you said the presiding officers are puppeteering...
No, I didn't say they are. I'm saying the perception that they are. There's a difference.
No. How would you say so, that the presiding officers are puppeteering? Those are the narratives that are out there that are very, very injurious to the National Assembly, because they are essentially wrong. Every committee works, and whenever a committee meets, it's actually the National Assembly meeting. That is the rule.
But we know that the National Assembly can direct a committee to finish its work within a certain period.
Precisely. And
how long has been given to this committee?
Well, I'm not the presiding officer, so I don't know how long they gave them. And I think that we have a sense of urgency. And if we have a sense of urgency, then everybody must work towards that. When you have that sense of urgency, then you should follow the rules and do the thing expeditiously according to the rules. You don't have to tell us that, oh, we should try to pass this budget on the one hand, and saying that the leaders of the houses are pleading on the other hand, and then the chairman of APC standing over there and on the other hand shouting, this is our crown, we must impeach, and all that, knowing that there is no number.
Distinguished Senator,
because it is that is hitting up the
we're totally out of time. We also have a sense of urgency around here. We have to thank you most kindly for coming on Sunrise Daily. Yes, Senator Abaribe is a member of the People's Democratic Party and also the Senate Chairman on the Committee for Power, Steel and Metallurgy. Sunrise Daily continues in a moment. Please stay with us.